Hey everyone, Tobias here, and welcome to another AFK Journey video. And today we've got the updated guide from Pridewin for the Alpha Bear. As you can see, I did about 500 million here with this team, and yes, the new seasons and the new bosses with the new mechanics and teams are very interesting, and it does pave way to some of the other, I think, team comps that we haven't seen prior. So let's take a look at what's so unique about Alpha Bear. Now, Alpha Bear is basically a copy of the Primal Lord, the previous one. If you guys saw my guide on that, you'll see some very familiar teams, but there are a couple of differences. Now the skills, it's gonna summon a swarm, throw some honeys, and deal massive amounts of damage. So you must make sure that you have to use a single character that has one range that will tank the boss. Okay, you can also use a swap from Rainier to kind of do that as well, but I'll explain that in detail later on. So you have basically three meta team choices. Okay, your first one, Zoo, Classic, and Mage, and again, this is done by the wonderful AFK Analytica team building composition tool. So you can see here, it's very nice laid out here. But taking a look at the new #1 team, Zoo. So this is super strong and does use the newest hero, which is what, I forgot her name, Florabelle. Yes, the one that we got prior to the Song of Strife patch, who was able to summon all of these little archers, and all of these summons are super strong, especially once you get her to Mythic Plus, because the shielding and everything else that provides, it's really strong against this boss. So you've got your Smokey, your Rainier, M plus ideally, Mythic Plus Rainier, Coco, and Oldie, who's been so good this patch. So all these four are going to be your cores, plus on top of that, Florabelle. So this is the team, and there are alternatives. Corrin can act over as another option over Coco. You've got Kruger and Thoran that can tank if you don't have Mythic Plus Rainier for the debuff. You can actually use Cisia. Yes, Cisia has one summon, and you can use that. In terms of artifacts, though, Star Shard Spell is very generic. It's the haste one, and Quick Blade can perform better, but ideally Star Shard. So this is the other team which I've ran, as you can see here. If I go into the in-game fighting part, it's basically, I don't have Florabelle at Mythic Plus, so I use Merrily instead. So Merrily is still very good and definitely has a place here. Now personally, for me, I'm going to try an alternative comp in this playthrough and probably swap Corrin over Coco, because my Coco is not Mythic Plus yet. But friend out, there's still a third team. That's right, there's a now Mage team. That's how strong this new artifact, the Crescent Spell Mage team, that allows the boss to get debuffed with magic defense down. That's how strong this is. You can actually swap out your Merrily, if you didn't invest in her and you went for Oldie instead, with a Brian, or whatever her name is. Yes, this one, Brian. Yes. So yeah, this is actually another viable team composition. But again, like I've said, I'm going to run this one. You can see this is the team I did 50 million with. I'm going to swap to the right, which one is it? The yep, this is the Star Shard Spell. And then this time, instead of Coco, who I unfortunately just have at Legend Plus, I'm going to use Corrin. Yes, my Corrin is decently invested. So let's see. Alright, let's see how strong this team is going to be. But I just want to say again, wow. Honestly, Smokey has been doing so much work, and Smokey is really a true champ of this patch. The heals, the haste, and all of the buffs coming out from Smokey is just way too good. Not to mention that, you know, post-buff Smokey does not get interrupted easily, so he's able to just tank really well. And honestly, I think I might move my units around next time, and then have Corrin sit in front of my Oldie, because my Oldie is tanking rather well, but maybe having Corrin with the shield is much better in the, you know, in the position that's a bit further ahead. But it looks like I am going to out damage. Yes, I just slightly out damaged my first run, and I think I can take it down. I actually think I can take it down. So just a bit of character swap. What I'm going to do is the exact same team comp, but I'm going to put Corrin in the front slightly, so it's going to be a range 1 unit hopefully, and Smokey will be in the side. Oh, actually, we can just do that, and then it will swap Corrin instead. So we'll do this and see how this goes. Let's put this here, so we're in the heal slot. So let's give this a try, and this should swap Corrin right in the beginning. Yes, there we go. We're right at hopefully range 1. And let's see how this does. Oh, it's because Gordon will be moving around, so this might not work out because all the AoEs will be coming out, and the boss doesn't have a unit that is close to him. Yeah, look at that AoE coming out. Yeah, so I do have to have Oldie placed in that position so that it becomes a range 1 unit right next to the boss. I think that is what we have to do, unfortunately. But look, you know what, this team composition is, oh, I was just about to say it's surviving, but yes, that's why you need to have a range 1 unit. In this case, I had Oldie next to Rainia to be swapped into the boss, and that was basically what allowed it to not trigger some of the other mechanics. But ultimately, I think this is very interesting team composition shift into having units like Florabelle excel, and also the magic defense down, allowing units like Brian to really do well just due to the fact that he is a magic damage dealer. So far we haven't seen anything super crazy coming out of Elsa, but I think with the release of the new Soren, we might be able to see some new meta compositions. If you take a look at the current Elsa rate-up banner, we still got a few days. I'm not exactly sure where we have the 13 days and 6 hours. That's right, 13 days and 6 hours, taking us to the end of this month. And hopefully when Soren comes out, you can see I have all of these resources saved up. He's gonna be super meta, and then I'm gonna pull multiple copies and hopefully catch up with some of the super whales at the very top. But I'll let you guys know how the progress goes. And yes, thanks again Pridewin for updating their guides, and I think all of the other guides will be updated as well moving forward each season. And I can't wait for their tier list, because they have been saying that they are going to update their tier list for the season, so we can see they're retesting all of the characters for the season, so we can see how good these units are each season. Anyhow, it's Demise here, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye now.